As Clara stepped off the train, the thick London fog enveloped her, shrouding the bustling station in an ethereal haze. The low murmur of conversations mixed with the distant clatter of carriages, creating a symphony that pulsed with life, yet hinted at the secrets hidden within the city's shadows. She clutched her suitcase tightly, excitement and trepidation coursing through her veins as she navigated the cobbled streets towards her small rented flat. Each step echoed with a sense of purpose, as if the very stones held whispers of the past. Clara's heart raced with a blend of anticipation and curiosity about her family's mysterious history, drawing her deeper into the enigmatic embrace of London. Little did she know that the city harbored not only its bustling present, but also the lingering specters of stories long forgotten, waiting to intertwine with her own. Clara wandered through the narrow streets of her new neighborhood, the thick fog swirling around her like a ghostly veil. As she settled into a cozy cafe to escape the chill, she found herself eavesdropping on the conversations of the locals. Their voices intertwined with the sounds of clinking teacups and the soft crackle of the fireplace. Each tale they shared seemed to hold a hint of the supernatural, stories of souls who wandered the very streets Clara now walked, searching for something lost. One elderly gentleman leaned closer, his voice dropping to a conspiratorial whisper. If you listen closely, you can hear them, the whispers of the past. Clara's heart raced. Intrigued, she felt a strange pull, as if the fog was not merely a veil, but a bridge to something she needed to uncover. The city buzzed with secrets, and she was determined to delve deeper, unraveling the threads of history intertwined with her own. Clara stepped into the dimly lit art gallery, the air thick with the scent of aged wood and a hint of turpentine. The soft murmur of fellow visitors resonated like whispers in the fog outside. Her gaze drifted across the walls, adorned with hauntingly beautiful paintings that seemed to beckon her closer. Yet it was a solitary piece that truly captivated her, a portrait of a woman draped in a flowing white dress, her sorrowful eyes filled with untold stories. Clara could almost feel a pulse in the air, an inexplicable connection igniting within her. As she moved closer, the ambient sounds faded, replaced by the soft rustle of fabric and distant whispers, as if the painting itself held a secret waiting to be uncovered. Mesmerized, Clara reached out, her fingertips brushing the cool surface of the frame, unknowingly forging an invisible bond with the ghostly figure that resided within it. Clara's slumber was restless, filled with scattered images and fleeting whispers. During the stillness of the night, she found herself standing before the haunting painting of Elara, her delicate features illuminated under soft moonlight. The air shimmered with an ethereal quality, and then, like a gentle breeze, Elara's spirit emerged. "Help me," the ghostly figure beckoned, her voice a blend of melancholy and urgency. Clara's heart raced as she stepped closer, feeling a strange warmth envelop her. In that moment, Clara realized she was not merely an observer. She was entwined in Elara's sorrow. Visions flashed through her mind. Scenes of vibrant amorous gatherings, laughter, and the muted echoes of betrayal crept into her consciousness. Clara's curiosity ignited, urging her to uncover the truth behind Elara's eternal lament. The connection deepened, a bridge between their worlds formed by shared understanding and a longing for resolution. Clara felt a sudden chill as she drifted into sleep, the weight of the day giving way to the ethereal realm of dreams. Flashes of a different life flickered before her eyes. A sun-drenched garden filled with vibrant blooms where Elara once wandered. She saw Elara, young and radiant, her hand intertwined with a talented artist, their laughter echoing like sweet music. Clara experienced the warmth of their love, yet shadows lurked in the corners, whispering of societal constraints and whispered betrayal. Each heartbeat resonated with longing, and Clara could almost feel Elara's quiet despair, tangled with hope. As the vision surged, Clara recognized the sheets of parchment scattered about, ink-stained love letters that would never be sent. The soft scratching of a quill filled her ears, melding with the distant sounds of the Thames. It was a reminder of unfinished stories, binding Clara's fate with Elara's melancholic past, urging her to uncover the truth. Clara delved deeper into Elara's story, each revelation piercing her heart like a cold blade. The whispers she heard in the alcove now echoed louder, urging her to piece together the tragic events that lay buried in time. As she uncovered the layers of Elara's life, the image of her love for a brilliant artist became clearer, a love that blossomed against the backdrop of societal constraints. Yet this tender bond was marred by betrayal, rumors swirling like the ever-present fog outside. Clara felt the weight of Elara's sorrow pressing against her chest, the ghost's heartache a palpable force that intertwined with her own quest for understanding. The heart-wrenching truth surfaced. Elara's life had been a delicate dance, fraught with peril and passion, ultimately leading to her untimely demise. As Clara's empathy deepened, she could no longer distance herself from Elara's anguish. She was bound by their shared grief, steering her closer to the answers she sought. Clara stepped into the hushed atmosphere of the old library, the scent of aged paper and ink wrapping around her like a warm embrace. As she made her way through the towering shelves, the dim light flickered above, casting shadows that danced with the subtle movements of her heart. She spread her documents across a rough wooden table, flipping through yellowed newspaper clippings that whispered tales of the past. Each word felt charged with the weight of Elara's longing, drawing Clara deeper into the ghostly history of her life. The echoes of her footsteps reverberated in the silence as she lost track of time, tracing the elegantly scripted letters that spoke of hidden loves and societal disdain. With each revelation, her determination solidified. Elara's story needed to be uncovered. Amid the quiet, Clara felt a rush of warmth wash over her, a sense that Elara was guiding her, urging her to seek the truth relentlessly. Clara stepped into the cozy study of the elderly historian, the air thick with the scent of aged parchment and the soft crackle of a fireplace welcoming her. Shelves lined with dusty tomes whispered their secrets, while the historian, a gentle man with wise eyes, began to recount the scandal that had shrouded Elara's life. He spoke of a love story marred by societal constraints, where Elara's beautiful spirit was entangled with a talented artist whose ambition carried him beyond the bounds of their world. As Clara listened, the atmosphere shivered with suppressed emotion. The historian revealed how whispers of betrayal tainted their romance. These revelations echoed in Clara's mind, intertwining Elara's past with the weight of unacknowledged truths, igniting a fire of determination in her heart. She realized she was not just an observer, but a guardian of Elara's legacy, ready to confront the shadows that had long obscured the light of a vibrant life. Clara stood at the edge of the Thames, the fog swirling around her like a shroud of secrets. She had pieced together the fragments of Elara's life, leading her to this hidden alcove, a place whispered about by the locals but seldom visited. The air was heavy with the weight of history, and Clara felt an inexplicable pull towards the water. As she approached, the sound of the flowing river intertwined with echoes of sorrow. It was as if Elara's presence lingered in the very fabric of this space. Clara closed her eyes, allowing the chill wind to sweep over her. In that moment, she felt Elara's heartache envelop her. The realization dawned that this was the site of Elara's final moments, where love and betrayal collided with tragic finality. Clara opened her eyes, determination igniting within her. She would uncover the truth of Elara's demise, giving voice to the silent screams of a forgotten spirit. Clara stood at the edge of the alcove by the Thames, the water lapping gently against the stones, a haunting melody in the evening air. The fog swirled around her like a shroud, each breath thick with the weight of history and unspoken sorrows. As she closed her eyes, the world around her faded, and she was transported to Elara's final moments. She felt the intensity of longing and despair fill the space, a love story interrupted by tragedy. Through Elara's eyes, Clara witnessed a fleeting encounter, a passionate embrace, a whispered promise that turned to betrayal. The echoes of sobs mingled with the soft caress of the wind, wrapping around her like a comforting embrace. In that moment, Clara understood the depth of Elara's unfinished business. It was more than just a tale of loss. It was a desperate plea for recognition, resonating through time, binding their souls together in an age-old yearning for closure. Clara stood in the dim light of her flat, the remnants of Elara's sorrow lingering in the air like the fog outside. Each encounter deepened their connection, weaving their fates together through echoes of longing and unmet dreams. As the weight of Elara's emotions washed over her, Clara felt an inexplicable bond transcend the boundaries of time and space. She closed her eyes, allowing Elara's memories to envelop her, laughter and tears intermingled in a dance of lost love. In that moment, Clara realized that Elara's unfinished business mirrored her own, a quest for acceptance and understanding in a world that often silenced them both. The whisper of Elara's spirit urged Clara to embrace her journey, igniting a fierce determination within her. With newfound clarity, Clara knew she must tell Elara's story, for in honoring the past, she could break the chains that bound them and finally set them free. Clara stood at the edge of the Thames, the cool mist swirling around her, a mirror of the turmoil within. She understood that freeing Elara meant confronting the very societal shadows that had bound them both. Love constrained by expectation, dreams stifled by prejudice. As the fog thickened, Clara's resolve strengthened. This wasn't merely about Elara, it was her own quest for liberation, a battle against the invisible chains that held her back. The echoes of whispered judgments from the past crept into her thoughts, but Clara silenced them with the fierce determination that had brought her this far. She would share Elara's story, illuminating the plight of a woman who had been silenced, giving her a voice once more. With each word she penned, it felt as if she was breaking chains, both Elara's and her own. The tumult of emotions surged within her, igniting a fierce desire to bring truth into the light. Clara stood at the entrance of the quaint community hall, nervous excitement coursing through her veins. She had spent weeks organizing the event, dedicated to Elara, piecing together the fragments of a life once silenced by time. As villagers began to gather, their warm chatter blended with the soft notes of a string quartet, creating an atmosphere of reverence. Dressed in flowing white, reminiscent of the painting, Clara felt Elara's spirit beside her, urging her to share their story. The walls were adorned with artwork reflecting Elara's passions, each piece a testament to a love that transcended centuries. Clara welcomed the crowd, her voice quaking yet steady, recounting Elara's tale of heartbreak and resilience. As the villagers listened, Clara sensed a shift in the air, a collective acknowledgement of a forgotten spirit reclaiming her place in history. In that moment, Elara's spirit felt alive, weaving through the audience as Clara filled the room with light.